What's going on, Commit God Reloaded? Can you hear me? Yeah, Nina, you in the right one. I had to restart it because for some reason it was a lot of issues with the last one. I don't know what the hell was going on. But make sure if you are on Twitter to go ahead and share this stream with your account and with your people while I try to send this thing out again. I know it's YouTube doing it. Listen, I'm used to it by now. But if you have a Twitter account, make sure you share this on your page and tag me in it. In case y'all do not know what if this thing will let me type it in there. In case y'all don't know what my Twitter account is, it is at Torian Rain. What the hell is going on now? Can y'all hear me better now? Can y'all hear me better now? Because before people were saying it was buffering, they kept refreshing the page and it wouldn't load and all types of stuff. Okay. Brian, you said now it's buffering. It's doing that shit again? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna try to see something right quick. I wonder if it has something to do with me trying to upload this video at the same time, and that's why it's doing it. I don't know. Are y'all good now? I just unmuted myself. Are y'all good? Are y'all better now? Okay. You know what I think it was? I think I figured out what it was. Remember in the last stream when I was saying how I was editing or re-editing a video, a Petty Pendergrass video? I think that's why it was buffering. And whatever happened on my end translated over to your end. Because it was two it was two powerful softwares going at the same time, and they couldn't handle the speed, or they couldn't keep up with each other. So now it sounds like everything is back on track now. So it wasn't, I don't think it was on YouTube's end. I think it was on my end, because I was editing a video and it couldn't be edited at the same time. And ironically, that was the first time I ever edited a video while having Streamlabs open up at the same time. And it happens with that, but no other time. So I just got to make a note to self to not have my Sony Vegas Pro open editing a video at the same time as this. But for right now, for those of you who can, please be sure to share this stream, like the stream, and share it on your social media platforms, especially if you have a Twitter account. Because I think I had like over 50 something people in here on the last one, but I had to cut that one out, and now I'm back on this one. It says I got 25 viewers, even though it probably is more than that, because this shows something completely. It says I only got 27 people in here. Okay. Yeah, I think it was because I was editing a video and had this trying to go at the same time. So that's probably why it was buffering. And it said I had a whole bunch of skip frames, so I guess that's probably where it came from. So hopefully everything is good now on everybody's end. But other than that, how has everybody's week been? It's the end of the first, I guess you can say, full week of 2020. Y'all can guess what the Petty Pendergrass video is, but y'all won't. But y'all not gonna figure out what. Well, y'all can guess, but you can guess. But if you're right, I still won't tell you what it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and whoever comes in will just simply come in. I know Matt Jones. I know the views be off. Like on the Streamlabs, it says 33. On YouTube's app, it says another number. Somewhere else, it could say a higher number. So the numbers are not completely accurate. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this particular stream and what you are seeing right now. Now, I have to give a shout out to Nicole's View, because it was through her Twitter account of how I found out about what I'm about to talk to you tonight, with you tonight, I should say. So you see the title of the stream, and it says Chasing Cosby. Well, according to the Los Angeles Times, and I'm going to play the video for you so you can hear it, they're actually creating a whole new podcast that is talking about the quote unquote rise and fall of Bill Cosby. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video and let y'all hear it.
I survived being drugged and sexually assaulted by Bill Cosby.
Drugged and sexually assaulted. Drugged and sexually assaulted.
Sexually assaulted.
Assaulted by Bill Cosby.
At that time in 65, I was 17.
Why did you do this to me, Mr. Cosby?
For nearly half a century, Bill Cosby led a dark, secret life, preying on women.
During this mentoring process, in preparation for my guest starring role on The Cosby Show, he groomed me and he drugged and raped me.
He slowly and carefully coaxed each one into feeling safe and cared for, and then left them to pick up the pieces of their lives. It all started with Andrea Constand. She carried the burden of being the only one of the 60-plus victims whose case could be tried in a court of law.
It was not going to be easy to come forward and to say the truth about what happened to me. But I was really fighting for many others as well.
I consider Andrea Constand to be the Joan of Arc in the war on rape.
This is part of the age of empowerment of women. It's what we call the reckoning.
Bill Cosby, 3 words for you. Guilty, guilty, guilty!
My name is Nikki Weisense-Egan. I've been the lead investigative reporter on the Cosby case since the first day it broke in 2005. Cosby is now behind bars and still maintains his innocence. In this new 6-part podcast, the jurors, the attorneys, the families, and the survivors are finally getting their chance to speak out as one.
My name is Tamara Green.
My name is Shalon Lasher.
Stacey Pinkerton,
Therese Serenese,
Sunny Wells. Lisa Lublin. PJ Maston. Beth Ferrier.
Jennifer Kaya Thompson.
And in her own words, Andrea Constand is telling her side of the story.
At a certain point, I realized that this was going to either take me down or it was going to take my perpetrator down.
This is Chasing Cosby.
Okay, so y'all just heard that. And for some reason, I'm looking at the chat and it looks like there appears to still be some kind of delay with the comments, because the whole time I'm playing the video, towards the end, that's when people started to talk about what they're listening to in this video. So I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway, I'm going to work my way on through it, and hopefully everything will work itself out. But y'all just heard that right there. That was just basically the preview for the so-called not surviving. It might as well be called that. Chasing Cosby series that they got coming out. My thing is this. Y'all have already chased Cosby. Y'all have chased him right into prison. An innocent man, as far as we know, because they just found him guilty on hearsay. Yes, they are creating a whole podcast, a 6-part podcast. And of course, one of the people that they talked about in that podcast, that was talking in that little preview, was none other than that ambulance chasing Gloria Allred. Of course, you know she was going to be up there. Oh, Brian Mason, they won't stop if he's in the grave, because look at what happened with Michael Jackson. That man been in the grave for over 10 years now, and they're still going after him. And then you heard one of the women say that Andrea Constand is like the Joan of Arc in all against rape. You see how they prop this lying ass chick up? And I use chick in quotation because she looks more manly than I do. But yeah, they're about to do a whole 6-part podcast, and it's set to start on January 14th. So that's just in 4 days. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and open up this article coming from the LA Times and read to you what it says. It says, for nearly half a century, Bill Cosby led a dark, secret life preying on women. The comedian carefully coaxed them into feeling safe and cared for, then left them to pick up the pieces of their lives. It all started with Andrea Constand. She carried the burden of being the only one of the 60-plus accusers whose case could be tried in a court of law. Cosby, now behind bars, still claiming he was wrongly persecuted. Chasing Cosby, a new podcast from the Los Angeles Times, collects the first-hand accounts of women who say they were drugged and assaulted by quote-unquote America's dad. And in her own words, Andrea Constand finally gets to tell her side of the story. And then the other part of it just shows the damn trailer. If y'all cannot see that Me Too literally has its hooks and its talons into successful black men by this point, then you must be blind, and willfully blind at that. Like I said, Bill Cosby has been in jail for what, a year or two now? And they're creating a whole podcast called Chasing Cosby. What is there to chase? The man's in jail. Y'all got what you wanted. But it's like some y'all said in the chat, it's not enough. They got to keep going and going and going like that Energizer Bunny until they're ready to stop. And I don't think they're going to stop. And see, the thing is, ironically, all of this is happening right around the time that Harvey Weinstein is on trial, or he's faking it. You know, they done put out another image of him with that walker, just being so damn fake with that walker. I had put on Twitter, I said, I want to kick that walker from beneath his feet. Appreciate you, Abe Griggs. And what's so crazy is not a lot of people know that they're creating this so-called podcast. More like fraudcast. Exactly, Nina. That's what they're chasing. They're chasing his legacy and his fortune. That's what they want at the end of the day. And the thing is, they can get Cosby, they'll get anybody, and they have been getting others. I mean, how many other black men have they continued to go after, or have they gone after since Cosby? R. Kelly is next up. Like, you saw what they did with that. They came out with a whole Surviving R. Kelly Part 2. The third damn documentary within a year about this man. And then, I don't know if y'all saw it, but his two girlfriends, or whatever you want to call them, they got into it on Instagram Live, fighting like two Tasmanian devils. Oh, Komet God Reloaded. You said no one talking about John of God. I'm talking about John of God. Well, I already talked about him. And also, one of my subscribers, and shout out to Attila the Q, I'm gonna probably end up making a video about it, but I'll talk about it a little bit right now. They said Oprah Winfrey steps away from Russell Simmons fraudumentary. I don't know what that article is going to entail, but we're gonna find out, because I'll probably turn that into a video, and I'll probably record it when I get off of here. Appreciate you, James. He says, shout out from Atlanta, first time catching my live. Appreciate you. Yeah, but this shit is absolutely ridiculous. They are chasing a check. Like Nicole said on Twitter, they are chasing a check. That's all they want. Getting him in jail apparently wasn't enough, and you would think that would be enough, but I think a lot of people are starting to see through their act. And a lot of people are like saying the same thing. Like, people are asking, where's the one on Kevin Spacey, the one on Harvey Weinstein, the one on Jeffrey Epstein? Someone said that Cosby is in prison. This is propaganda overkill. let's see. They say he's in prison. Someone said, is Okra behind this too? I wouldn't be surprised. So they said, so we have a chasing Cosby, surviving R. Kelly. When are we going to see freeing Weinstein? No more witness against Spacey or the series forgetting Rose Collins, Moonves, etc. Someone said these people are bloodlust. Someone said waiting on surviving Kevin. Someone said waiting for surviving Kevin Spacey. Oh wait, all his accusers keep winding up dead. Ashton, I heard about the Wesley Snipes one. I got a video coming up about that too. Let's see here. Yeah, but all the people that are commenting under the LA Times are going in on them. And it's not just black people that are commenting, it's white people, Asian people. It's like a lot of people who are going in under that comment section, under the tweet that they put out there about this fraudcast. And I agree with them. Like, the man is in jail. Like, what else can you possibly do? See, you know why they're doing this? Because what recently happened, Bill Cosby is still maintaining his innocence. They want this man to say that he did it so badly, but he's not budging, and they hate that. And then what just recently happened with what was that? What happened? Was I forgot what comedian, Eddie Murphy with Saturday Night Live, and his and then you had some with that guy, and I forget his name, in Bill Cosby's camp, who came back at him, at Eddie Murphy, for what he said at Saturday Night Live, and that kind of reignited a lot of stuff. And then this pops up. Now, mind you, this podcast or this fraudcast that they announced was posted on Twitter 3 days ago. So you're talking, this was posted on January 7th. Hey, Nina, you're right. It has been proven that these women lie, but guess what? They don't care. They do not care. All they cared is that they took down what they consider to be one of the most influential people in Black Hollywood. That's all they care about. You said waiting for that Roman Polanski documentary at any time. Well, you'll be waiting forever. Yes, I did hear about that, Rap God, and I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. Yet, that's what I heard. I heard that Oprah Winfrey is leaving that particular documentary apparently alone. I have not opened up the article yet to read it, but when I do, that video will be coming. See that? Hold up. What was that? Undiluted TV said this is why black men need to make their own on their own to stop depending. Well, here's the thing. It was a time when black people were not dependent on the dominant society, but what they did was they created, because they own the society, they can create whatever confines they want for the society, no matter how much you try to act outside of the confines of their society. A lot of people had tried that. Either they failed or they were successful and it was destroyed. And then after a few attempts and after a few destructions and a few failures, they just gave up. That's probably why black people integrated so soon. Or at least one of the reasons. Because it's funny you say that about integration, because I was listening to a stream and they were talking about how this white, I think she's a European model or something like that, had a whole bunch of white guys falling all over her until the day she went on Instagram and revealed that she had a black boyfriend, and all those white guys turned on her and started calling her all types of names. I'm sorry, y'all. It seems like the chat is just on a delay. Like all the messages that are coming up are literally like delayed. I do not know why that is, and I have it on live chat, but for some strange reason, it just it seems to be behind. But we're gonna keep on pushing. It probably won't even be that long of a stream, to be honest. But yeah, this is definitely more of their hit piece for going in on Bill Cosby. And what's sad is that you have some people that still actually believe he was capable of doing all of this. Like you have some very dense-headed, dunce cap, need to be fitted people out there who actually believe Bill Cosby did all of this that he's accused of. Listen, as far as the Petty Pendergrass that's coming out for the one tomorrow and the one on Sunday, like I said, y'all can guess in the chat who it's going to be about, but I'm not telling you. Y'all could be absolutely 100% correct, but I'm not telling you who it is. And what's so crazy is, like I said, you have all these other palm-colored males out there that who have been accused of sexual assault, rape, however you want to put it, and they still managed to get away with it all. And by away, I mean away from criticism, not just getting away with the actual crime and act of rape and whatnot, but the actual criticism of being proven guilty by the court of public opinion. You said Rap God said today Lizzo was attacked by Julian Michaels. She's getting her ninja moment. Now you know what? I'm glad Rap God. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I wonder. See, when Dr. Boyce Watkins had talked to her or said anything about her weight, a lot of people was having criticisms of him coming down on her about her weight. Then you have Jillian Michaels, who's not only a white woman, but she's also a lesbian. She's a part of the L class of the Alphabet Academy, just in case y'all did not know, who said something about her too. Now, granted, she is a fitness expert, so she would know a thing or two and come at it from a way where it doesn't seem so harsh. Now, they said that she did receive some backlash from it, but I don't know if Lizzo came back at her as hard as she came at Boyce Watkins or any other black person that came at her. What's going on, Darlene? Like I said, the chat is behind. I'm basically ahead of the chat. So if it sounds like I'm behind or ahead or whatever, I don't know what that's all about. Hopefully, when I go live again later, well, much later on, it'll be better. It's never done this before. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah. Lizzo's an interesting case, but she wants to get off of social media after what Dr. Boyce Watkins said about her. But I said we live in a society that's very superficial, and you will be judged. And some people can't handle that. He said, Lucky Lloyd said, people are less offended by rape when pale males do it. That's probably because historically they've been known to do it. I'm going to probably stay on here to 8 o'clock. Like I told y'all, this isn't going to be a long stream, especially since I had some technical difficulties before, and it seems like I still have them now, more so with the chat. Not it's not so much the stream, but it's the chat that's just kind of messing up. Nene said Vicky Dilla thinks Lizzo is gonna have a nervous breakdown soon. She probably is. You can tell that she's probably you know what? I think she had one. Remember when she was on her Instagram live and she started talking after the criticism she got when she was twerking at that basketball game, and she went from talking and then she went to crying back to talking. That's a sign right there of her having a nervous breakdown. She was breaking down at that point because she was jumping in and out of emotions like that. But Lizzo put herself out there like that. She has no one to blame but herself when it comes to her actions. And because she thought she wasn't going to get judged, or she probably knew she was, but she didn't know that it was going to come at her like the way that it did. But we are tired of seeing that kind of display put out there that makes us look like that, because unfortunately in society we are seen as one big nigga. Excuse me. What one of us does that's considered to be tacky or negative is a reflection on all of us, unfortunately. Like I said, y'all will find out who the Petty Pendergrass is tomorrow and Sunday. Like I said, I have 2 of them. One will be uploaded tomorrow. One of them will be uploaded on Sunday. Like I said, y'all could be correct about who it's going to be on, but I'm not telling you who it is. Y'all will have to wait and see. Yeah, but Lizzo definitely has her own little issues that she's got to work through. And her putting herself out there to be a minstrel show, because that's basically what she was doing, is not it. But yeah, this week I've been recording a lot of videos. I've been getting a lot of topics to speak on. I know sometimes y'all may say, why where are certain videos at? Listen, it's because I'm backed up. That's why. I'm backed up with commentaries. That's why y'all haven't been seeing some of like more recent videos, unless it's a huge story that has come that comes out and I want to put it ahead of something else. But I feel like if I do that, then it's like I'm disregarding other good commentaries that I've could put out there. But there will definitely be some more commentaries coming. Like I said, I have to record this one about this new thing about okra that just came out. That'll be getting recorded after I'm done with this, and I probably won't record anything else for the rest of the evening. Rap guy, he said, this is the year of the wake-up call. Oh, that's already been going on. It's just continuing. That's not going to stop. It's just a matter of who's going to receive it. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. I know it's a very short stream, but mainly because it was some issues going on with this chat. I started one stream, then I had to start it over, and then the chat thing is still on a delay and whatnot, which never happens. I'm gonna have to keep in mind not to do my edits and this at the same time, or try to upload one and while trying to stream at the same time, and hopefully that'll work the next time, because that was the first time this ever happened. But y'all definitely, if you have not done so already, follow me on Twitter at Torian Rain. That's pretty simple. If y'all don't know how to create a Twitter account, just go to Twitter and sign up. It's real simple. Like signing up for any other social media platform or signing up to create an email account or anything like that. It is not difficult. And make sure y'all have the notifications turned on. The way you turn the notifications on Twitter is you go to my page, and right next to the